the system that we have, Stats Perform, our partners, they have such an amount of data that is very difficult for me to convey everything to you. I'm choosing only the data which is very understandable to everybody. Otherwise, we are going to transform it into a coaching conference or a coaching class, because I can show the speed of every player, I can show distance covered, I can show shots taken, passes mistaken, passes correct, and etc., etc. But I'm going to be choosing the moments which maybe help you to sort of predict the result of this match. So let's start from Holland. Holland in the group stage scored 4 goals and conceded 4 goals. The first game they played was on June 16th. So now I'll have a look at June 16th. They played it against Poland. It was a game which not it was not that easy for Holland. They won it, but they won it with sort of a lot of difficulty, a lot of difficulty. So we see now, for instance, we see the graphics. It was a bit different team. It was Simons, Riders, and Gakpo playing in the sort of between the lines, if you want, but that's between midfield and Depay, who was the only attacking player, and Schouten and Wehrmann, they played in midfield. Now, Wehrmann in general was very sort of he did not meet his expectations in this tournament. So anyway, we see that Holland was playing exactly the same tactical design. We can have a look at average positions, which basically because Holland went behind, so actually it had to attack and it wanted to win its first game. So we see that in reality, really, they played basically with one defender, with Van Dijk. All the rest of the team was pushed up, and they got the result. They won 2-1. Now, if you have a look at, for instance, expected goals, so you can see that let's say Holland was quite more active in the penalty box than the Polish team. The only thing, as I mentioned, I mean, you always get, except for Depay, you always get a right foot player. But that tells you the attacking possibilities of Holland when they go behind. Now, Poland is a team a little bit less, I would not say organized, but less tough, less solid than Romania is. Now, I don't know, maybe just have a look at Holland and France. That game was played in June, or that game was played on June 21st. So Holland-France, we had again a little bit modified Dutch formation. So we see Holland-France. It was, it was a draw, 0-0. If you look at graphics, Holland was playing the same tactical formation. Simons was playing it up front, though behind Depay, though Simons is a right winger or a right midfielder, but he is really not a central striker, or not a player behind the center forward. Frimpong came on, I think, and I'm certain, because of Theo Fernandez. because Theo Fernandez is very quick. Theo Fernandez can cross. Theo Fernandez can score. So actually, Frimpong's duty was really to keep Theo Fernandez quiet. And if we have a look at average positions, so we see that basically here, I mean, you see that both teams, Upamecano here and Saliba of France, and now you have two defenders, not like with Poland, you have De Vries and you have Van Dijk. I mean, this was a game, let's not hurt each other. It was quite boring, though I don't consider any football game boring, but for a spectator who is sort of not a football fanatic, who doesn't love football as much as I do, the game was really, really boring. Now here again, if we have a look at chances created, the expected goals, France was closer, much closer, especially Griezmann, and Griezmann played a very good game. And the only Dutchman who came closer to a French goal was Depay, the center forward. Now, and one more game I would like to show, but that's a game which is overlapping today's two games. Holland, Austria. Holland and Austria were in the same group. They reached the knockout stage, and they may meet again in the quarterfinals, which is it will be, well, it's not the first time in football history, but still it's going to be quite an interesting story. So it was played June 25th, and I would recommend you to try and memorize a little bit, because I'm not going probably to show it when I'm going to talk about the next game. But Netherlands-Austria, which Austria won 3-2, twice Holland tied the game, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, and then the Austrians scored the winning goal. So again, we look at what Holland looked that time. So it was again Depay, it was again Gakpo, it was now Malen. Malen is a right winger. He is quick. He was very unlucky in that game because he scored his own a goal into his own net. But Holland managed to score two goals anyway, which is sort of important. Sabitzer and Schmidt scored for Austria, and now I want to see the average positions. Let's see. Here we go. Switzerland, Weidner, who is today disqualified. You see this defensive triangle. This defensive triangle, well, that's a goalkeeper. So basically you have a line of two and a very, very saturated midfield. Very saturated midfield with people like midfielders who are very active in supporting the attack. Now, as far as the goal opportunities are concerned, well, we can see how this penalty box was much more saturated with players like Malen himself. Of course, the Dutch tried to equal, but basically I must say that on transitions, Austria looked very, very strong. very strong. You cannot show transitions on this graphic, but believe me, Austria was very strong in transitions. And what else I wanted to show? I wanted to show the the movement of Marcel Sabitzer, who I think is a key player for Austria. I'm showing it a little bit in anticipation because Austria, Turkey, we are going to analyze in a second. But as I am here already, so if I show you Sabitzer, it's quite, to my opinion, quite impressive. I mean, look what the guy is a midfielder, and he is left, he is right, he is in the center, he is very dangerous, he scores goals, he is really somebody, that's obviously a graphic of a leader. I mean, there is no doubt that Sabitzer is a leader, and Dutch will have to keep that in mind, obviously. Now, going to Romania. Romania had a very easy start. Unfortunately, Ukraine was, I think, psychologically not ready for this match. Psychologically, I mean that Ukraine a little bit overestimated itself. It's a very young team, it's a very good team, it's a very technical team, and in FIFA rankings were much higher than Romania, and they just simply just underrated their opponent. And wait a second, where is my Ukraine? Ukraine is June 17th. Sorry, so very quickly go to, that's again we're going back to talk about Romania. Romania is a team in this final the final part of a European Championship, really surprising, because no one expected them to be so organized, no one expected them to be determined and technically quite strong. I read today an interview with Mircea Lucescu, who is a world-known football coach. He's Romanian. In the past, he was playing against Pelé. He marked him, and Pelé gave him his shirt, and he still remembers it, of course. Who wouldn't remember Pelé? And he said that comparing to Jorge Hagi, a father of Ioannis Hagi, of course, Ioannis Hagi is not a leader. He is technical. He's even maybe more technical than his father, but he cannot take on his team on his shoulders. And Jorge Hagi was doing exactly that. So talented, but not leader. And Romania, as I say, had a very easy game against Ukraine. And I don't even want to show the details of that game. I think we should directly move to the game that Romania had trouble with because it lost to Belgium. Romania lost to Belgium on June 22nd. It lost to Belgium on June 22nd. Here it is. Belgium, Romania 2-0. And graphics again, and we want to see the same, absolutely same tactical design. Man on the right hand side is really a very promising young player. He plays for in Italian Serie B. He played this year. They got promoted to Serie A. He's a very promising player. This Marine, because there are two Marines, this Marine is really sort of a defensive midfielder. So in defense, of course, we become five. And they keep their lines very straight. They don't leave a lot of distance between the lines, therefore it's very difficult for the opponent to get into and basically dribble and take them by surprise. So as far as Holland and Romania are concerned, again, to make a prediction, of course, taking the history, taking the school of football, of course, Holland on paper is stronger. But as I said, I mean, there are so many unexpected results in this tournament that I wouldn't exclude a surprise. But they're playing in Munich. It's a great stadium. I think there are going to be a lot of Dutch supporters. There are going to be less Romanian supporters, and basically Holland is going to play almost at home, and that's also a factor. So yes, logically, you would bet on Holland, but football is not a very logic game. Yeah, we understand it all. The second game is really a thriller, because Austria-Turkey, besides the fact that Turkey is missing its leader, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and they're missing their central defender, Samet Akaydin, we have a hypothetical formation of that game. Now our Kate is going to show it. Here we have. So what do we expect? We expect Posh is playing right hand, Vene is playing left, Danso and Linhart are playing in the center, Leimer and Siewald are very good midfielders, really very good midfielders. So it's 4-2-3-1. Schmidt, Sabitzer, and Baumgartner. Sabitzer I showed you already, but now I'm going to show you another game, and together Sabitzer and Leimer, how much of the field they cover. Now, Vincenzo Montella, the manager of Turkey, decided to substitute Çalhanoğlu with Kokcu. Now, Kokcu is a very talented player. He's a central midfielder. He gives a lot of goal passes. He scores himself. He's a good player, obviously. But who is going to be the leader today in Turkey? It's difficult for me to say, because Yildiz is very young. He's very, very young. He's 19. Güler is 18. He's very young. So Demiral could have been a leader about 2-3 years ago, but now, age takes its toll. So maybe Bardakci, but it's difficult to be a leader. You need a leader in the midfield. So maybe it will be Kokcu. Maybe Turkey will not lose that much from absence of Çalhanoğlu. Maybe. I'm not certain. So now, as I promised you, I want to show you the work that is being done by these two players in that I wanted to show in a match Austria-France, which France won 1-0 June 27th. So I will go very quickly, and I will allow you to go and watch the game. What did I say? June 22nd, right? Yes. June 22nd. No. Netherlands, Austria, okay. We showed it. Austria won 3-2, and Austria, France, June 17th. So June 17th, here we are, and that's the only thing I want to show you, which is very, here we see the teams, we can see the average positions, so you can see that again, this Weber is going to be disqualified, that France is all over Austria. Yeah, they keep basically two defenders, Saliba and Upamecano, and Koundé. Well, the only defender we really kept very tight. Posh was playing with Theo Hernandez. Besides that, they both play in Serie A, and Posh knows quite well Theo Hernandez, but Theo Hernandez is a danger, and Austria knows it. To me, Austria is the biggest surprise of this tournament because it's very organized. It's very well coached. You feel that there is a group, a solid collective, and one for all for one, and that makes Austria really unpredictable. I wouldn't exclude Austria in the semifinals, given that part of the table where you have a quarterfinal England-Switzerland, where anything can happen. Having seen England until now, anything can happen. And if you get the semifinal, be it Romania, be it Holland and Austria, I think that Austria can get into semifinal this time. And that will be a sensation. Now, in contemporary football, it's a sensation. So, and now let's have a look at the strong part, very strong part, I consider, of Austria. So if we take Sabitzer and Leimer, I'm not taking Baumgartner because Baumgartner does a big job, but here we take Sabitzer, and where's my dear Leimer? Here he is. And that you see how much field they cover. I don't know, those are two people. I mean, two people cover that much of a pitch. It's impressive. It's impressive. So it's a working team. It's a team with not great imagination, but great determination. Arnautovic in front is always unpredictable in good, in good and evil, good and bad. I mean, he can miss an obvious goal, but he can score an impossible goal. So, but he's been playing quite well. He opens a lot of spaces for his teammates. So, in this game, I don't know. It seems to me I would say Austria. But. So, anyway, see you already in the quarterfinals. And we are not going to do the preview an hour before the game because we understand that it's not very convenient for people who want to watch. So we'll do our preview, I think, around 10, 11 Central European time. Please follow our site and we'll inform about it. But it's going to be much earlier. Though we will not know the exact lineup of the first game, but I mean we'll collect information from all the possible sources to give you more or less a probable lineups. So that's it. Thank you for being with us. We are very happy that there are quite a few people who watch us, despite absolute absence of any advertising. So, okay, have a good night. enjoy football and have 2 days of rest from football because the quarterfinals will begin on Friday. Thank you again. Bye-bye.